Hey, everybody. I'm so excited to be here talking about my very favorite subject. Some of our Mondays we're going to be sprinkling in a product training, and this month we are really breaking down the gut health system. So, if you are a current customer, if you are somebody who has not said yes to Plexus yet, if you are an ambassador that is sharing Plexus, whatever you're here, whoever shared this with you, or you have been invited to here tonight live, we are really excited to have you. But my goal is for you to learn something no matter where you are in your journey. So that is a heavy task. But I feel like if I'm going to be talking about anything, this is the combo that I'm going to be able to do value add with. So I want to quickly talk about who is Plexus, because somebody might, you might be watching this, you might be going, I don't even really know what this company does. So we are a health and wellness brand out of Scottsdale area. And we are really, our goal is to be the number one gut health company in the world. And so we've got some plans in place to make that happen. But really, who we are is a company that focuses heavily on blood sugar regulation, gut health, and inflammation, bringing down that cellular inflammation. And that's really who we are. So, our gut health, because that's one of our pillars, is super different. And I believe that anybody that you would talk to that's had success with our gut health system, and I know that that is true for me, has felt like I've tried other things in the past and this is different. And so my goal is to break down why that is. And I'll be honest with you, normally I have nice printed notes out, but we're operating on Post-its tonight. Okay. So we're over here just, I won't say winging it, but we are just really, messy action tonight. So I want to really hop into our gut health system. So our gut health system, formerly called the triplex, is um, is three products, okay? And this is really the foundation for most people who start wanting to work on gut health with Plexus. This is really the foundation. And it is comprised of our pink drink, right? We have a purple drink too, same formula, different flavor. But that's our Plexus Slim product. Our BioCleanse, which is an oxygenated magnesium, and our ProBio 5, which is a probiotic that's built very different. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break those down and talk with you quickly about what makes this system very unique. Because I think right now in the marketplace, people are really feeling sort of an information overload. They also might feel a little decision fatigue because they are presented with so many options. And so I want to make it very clear for you why this is different. Okay, so first things first, our pink drink, our Plexus Slim, is actually a wellness drink. And I want to break that down for you because there are people who start this product that are not interested in losing weight. And then there are people who start this product because they want to lose weight. And I'm just going to break down for you that both of those things can happen. It really is a product that is going to bring down that cellular inflammation by balancing blood sugar. Okay, so when we normalize our blood glucose level, what happens is our hormones will naturally start to normalize. Our inflammation comes down. Our sugar cravings are less because we sometimes, when you will feel a sugar craving, it is your body asking you to give it sugar to bring energy back up. Okay, or it's out of balance, so you're craving sugar to get that balance when really what it needed was some antioxidants, some mineral profile, and also just that liver support. So this product also is going to provide a boost in our master antioxidant glutathione. Okay, so this is truly a wellness drink. There are people that will tell you that they started it and they're like, oh my goodness, I was feeling slim. I was feeling, snatched. I was feeling, this water retention was going away. I was feeling all the things. And the same can be true for somebody who said, I started this because I was having tons of chronic health issues. My inflammation was sky high. And both things can be true. So that is really our foundational product. And when I tell you that we actually sent this into a clinical trial, long time ago, we sent this product into a clinical trial and it was going to go into the pharmaceutical route. Honestly, that was the design of this. And what happened was every single person reported more energy, lower inflammation. Their blood sugar numbers were majorly stabilizing. They were losing weight. And so, because when they had entered it into the clinical trial, I know I previously talked about, it doesn't always, force weight off of you because, guys, there's no stimulants in it. There's no stimulants in this product. So, you don't have to worry about being overstimulated or too much, heart issues or things like that. But back to the clinical trial. So, it was formulated for people with type 2 diabetes. And what they found was these reports and these lab findings were so impressive that they thought, are we shooting ourselves in the foot by taking this into like that big pharma route? And could we get it into the hands of more people this other way? And so ultimately, that's why you are drinking it, or you might be drinking it today. So that's our cornerstone product, and it is special. It's amazing. I've given it to my kids since they were 1 and 3. So there's definitely no stimulants in this. If you know, you know. If you've ever had a little kid, you're not going to give the baby a stimulant. Okay. All right. The next thing is our BioCleanse. And our BioCleanse is an oxygenated magnesium product. We know that bowel movements are very important, right? We know that digestion is very important. And so this product really helps as we detox and we help the body, get into more homeostasis. We use this product to, keep the bowel moving as we detoxify it. So again, it's only 3 ingredients in this product. It's vitamin C bioflavonoids, um, oxygenated magnesium. That's really it. Okay. And what this does is it acts as a scrubbing bubbles. When you oxygenate an environment, disease cannot thrive. Okay. So that's a really special product to go alongside the pink drink, that slim product, and the probiotic I'm about to tell you about. Okay. So this probiotic is not your average bear. This is going to be a probiotic that deposits good flora. And that's what you're going to find when you go into like a Walgreens. You just get onto Amazon and you're looking for a probiotic. The design is typically depositing the good flora. Okay. But what we do differently is that
Mhm.
we break down the cell wall of that bad bacteria that is commonly in our bodies if we're dealing with any type of chronic health issue, stubborn weight issues, any type of hormonal issue, any type of autoimmune issue, anything, even guys, even seasonal allergies would be considered chronic. Okay. So what we find is that a yeast overgrowth is commonly involved in all of those chronic issues. Specifically, as your issues get worsened, there is a gut dysbiosis. And you're probably thinking like, okay, how does a gut dysbiosis happen? Very simple. You breathe and exist in 2026. That's
Mhm.
really what's going on, right? I mean, that's really the vibe. That's what's happening. There's toxins all over our air system, but also the food that we eat, the water that we drink, any type of antibiotic or medication you've had to take, even if life-saving, even if necessary, breaks down the gut integrity. Processed foods break down the gut integrity. If you've ever had a cocktail, okay, if you've ever had sugar, right, you might find it. I don't know how many times I've spoken with somebody who has maybe been through chemotherapy, and this is a perfect example. Chemotherapy basically kills everything in your body. So it just macerates the good guys and the bad guys, and it doesn't discriminate. And so what people will find, and people will come to us sometimes after cancer treatment and say, I just have sugar cravings through the roof. Or maybe you go on an antibiotic regimen and you've just got sugar cravings through the roof. And it is because when the good bacteria is low, the bad bacteria is easier to proliferate. Okay. And without grossing anybody out, when you get those sugar cravings sometimes and you have that gut dysbiosis, that's those bad bugs kind of asking you to feed them. Okay, seriously. I know that that's kind of gross, but it's true, right? Don't shoot the messenger. So, this probiotic is going to break down the cell wall of that bad bacteria. And with the BioCleanse going to move those pathogens out. And when we move those pathogens out, and we're not talking about total removal of bad bacteria. In any ecosystem, the good exists with the bad. We just have to get it rebalanced a little bit. And that's what makes our triplex, our gut health system different. Because we're not only balancing your blood sugar and bringing your hormones naturally into alignment, helping that circadian rhythm normalize, getting you sleeping better, lower sugar cravings, bringing down that inflammation, but we're doing so also in the gut with moving keeping you regular, breaking down the cell wall of that bad stuff and moving it out. And when that happens, it does something called healing leaky gut. And leaky gut is it's just a status, I guess, of most people who have dysbiosis. Most people, like 99% of people who have autoimmune or chronic health issues, have what's called leaky gut. And we see that in things like rheumatoid arthritis, Hashimoto's, even seasonal allergies, even any like liver congestion issues, skin irritations, acne, psoriasis, things that you are, just feel like they're mushrooming sometimes over time. Like I started with, rheumatoid arthritis, or I started with a Raynaud's, I started with, type 2 diabetes, and we've got all these things compounding. And the reason is because they're all related to our gut health. And as our gut health continues to deteriorate and isn't remedied, it will mushroom. And so that's why this system is so amazing. And what I explained to you might sound very confusing, but it's not. It's one drink in the morning and it's two different capsules at night. And now, honestly, you can take those capsules anytime you want. So I'm not going to control you. We just basically find that it really helps to take those two gut health capsules at night. And so this is really important for anyone or maybe this is you, and you have felt like, I'm dealing with these chronic health issues and nothing is getting ahead. I'm on the medications they're prescribing. And a lot of times, because doctors aren't trained in nutrition, you're not getting lifestyle interventions or diet suggestions. And so you're just doing your best. So whatever state you're in and that you're listening, I just want to let you know that none of it's your fault. Okay, you've just done your best up to this point, and I want to let you know that I am a believer because it worked in my life, in my own life, and I watch it work in others' lives all the time. And I want to mention this. Our gut health system, our triplex system is actually designed that it can be tailored for your needs. Okay. So while there is a protocol, we're going to start you off on a protocol. Some people have greater issues than others. Some people have more constipation or more, maybe they're going to the bathroom too often, or maybe, they need a little bit more tailored approach. This system will be tailored to your needs. Okay, so you might have to buy more than one bottle of ProBio 5 a month. Okay, you might have to do that with BioCleanse. You might not start with any BioCleanse, and we call it our modified triplex. Okay, and so what I want to tell you is this system is very special. I don't want anything I'm sharing to confuse you, but I'm hoping I'm giving you enough nuance to let you know that no matter where you are starting, we will meet you where you're starting. This system meets you where you are, and it will take you wherever you need to be. I've seen a total reversal of disease with this system. Okay, we have other products to add to it, such as multivitamins and minerals, products that, further balance blood sugar, or products that work on your liver health, products that repair your gut lining. But this is the place to start, truly, in my heart. I feel like for most people with chronic issues, or you've had just issues that will not relieve, this is a place where you can start and find immediate value. Okay. So when other systems haven't worked for you, it's because you have not been given a full, well-rounded, comprehensive approach. Okay. And I truly believe that I've watched it for 12 years. I found this for myself over a decade ago. I found that it worked in my own life, and then I got really curious and I started researching. And so, if anybody on this call, or if you watch the recording of this, you want to go deeper and you want to know more information, you want to get more sciencey, I want to invite you to reach out to me, share, get with the person who shared this with you, and they can get connected with me and we can all chat together because there is no health problem too big for our gut health system. I believe it. Okay. I believe it in my body and my soul because I've not only know it intuitively, but I've watched it. I've watched mental health issues dissipate. I've watched sensory issues improve. I've watched, children with Down syndrome thriving. I've watched my own child be cured of very horrendous bleeding, cracking eczema, seasonal allergies, and night terrors. So, everything I'm sharing with you is backed with a passion of someone who has seen it, someone who's watched it work and helped coach it. So, here's what I want to do. I want to encourage you wherever you are in your journey. And this is if you have been on a journey and you're thinking, wow, I tried that system. I just didn't feel like I cracked the code, or I'm on this system, I'm plateauing, or maybe you're listening and you've tried it, but you're back, or you're just curious about how you can share this information with people that you are sharing with. If you're a leader, okay, I just want to invite you into more information. Don't leave this call wanting to know more and not leaning in and asking. So, as we close, I just want to say thank you to everybody who is on this call. And as I reminded you earlier today, every participant that's here will get a little coupon for the next order or their first order. So, thank you so much for coming. And I just want to encourage you, if you liked this or if you thought, well, maybe this isn't for me, I want you to ask yourself, who do I know that struggles with chronic health issues, autoimmunity, all the way up to cancer, all the way up to mental health issues, all the way up to, stress that feels impossible. Okay. Cortisol issues, hormonal issues. I want to invite you to share this because whether it's going to help you or it's going to help someone this will touch hopefully you, but people in your social network. And I'd love for you to be the one that invited them in because when I learned about this and I did the research, I thought, I want everybody to know about this and I want to be the person to share it. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. We are so thankful for you. I'm going to stop the recording. All right. Bye, guys.